to the SlashGear Weekly Roundup. Kicking off our list this week at number 10 is the international launch of the iPad 2. Now the iPad 2 was launched 2 weeks ago here in the States, but around the globe they officially started selling this past Friday, March 25th. And what kind of Apple product launch would be without long lines of rumors of delay and supply shortages? But not only that, we also found out that folks in Denmark pay the most for their iPad 2s. For the $499 entry-level model, they pay over $700 US. With the iPad 2 getting so much love, everyone's trying to come out with the ultimate iPad 2 rival. ASUS is jumping into the battle with an official announcement this week for their ASUS Eee Pad Transformer. It will be the company's first Android 3.0 Honeycomb tablet. It has all the in-demand specs, but what really makes it stand out is the additional keyboard dock that boosts battery life to 16 hours. Okay, stepping away from tablet news, a new iPhone app caught a lot of attention this week. Named Color, this real-time image sharing app uses your location to determine who gets to see your pictures. There's no filtering or privacy settings. It's completely open. Pretty much anyone else using the app within a 50-meter radius gets to view and comment on your photos. The app has many people concerned about privacy and puzzled about its purpose. If you're also wondering how can this app be useful, then take a look at the Onion video in the link below. And speaking of apps, Amazon just launched its Amazon Appstore for Android, and it kicked off with some exclusive games such as Angry Birds Rio. Although they currently have only 4,000 apps compared to Android market's 150,000, Amazon's App Store may have less spam and malware as they will review each app and charge $99 to developers, similar to how Apple handles their App Store. And on top of all this, Amazon is offering different paid apps for free each day. So check it out. Google said this week that they are not ready to open up Android 3.0 Honeycomb to small developers yet. Because they had to rush out Honeycomb, they have not fully tested it on devices other than tablets. So they fear that if they release it to open source, that small developers are going to try to put the OS onto phones where it may end up looking like crap. So for now, Google is making the code available only to large tablet manufacturers. And speaking of Android, RIM has just announced that their BlackBerry Playbook will support Android apps in addition to its BlackBerry Java apps. Although it's going to be running Android 2.3 Gingerbread and not 3.0 Honeycomb, it'll still open up the Playbook to a whole lot more apps and possibilities. The Playbook is confirmed to launch on April 19th. There will be 3 versions, all priced in line with Apple's iPad 2, with prices starting at $499. And now we're moving on to major announcements from CTIA, the industry's big wireless expo that took place this week in Orlando, Florida. First up, we have T-Mobile's unveiling of the LG G2X smartphone. It is a 4G phone with a dual-core Tegra 2 processor and a 4.3-inch touchscreen. But the standout features are its glasses-free 3D display and its 5-megapixel 3D camera that can record 1080p 2D video or 720p 3D video. Pricing is not yet confirmed and it is rumored to launch April 20th. Sprint has announced its own 3D smartphone along with a new tablet. At CTIA, they unveiled the HTC Evo 3D and the HTC Evo View 4G. Much like the T-Mobile's G2X, the Evo 3D also features a glasses-free 3D display as well as a 5-megapixel camera capable of capturing 3D video. It is also a 4G device and features a 4.3-inch display, but instead of the Tegra 2, it has a Qualcomm dual-core Snapdragon processor. As for the HTC View 4G tablet, it's basically the US version of the HTC Flyer that we saw back at Mobile World Conference earlier this year. Check out all the specs and hands-on images in the links below. And the final major announcement from CTIA was perhaps from the Samsung event. Samsung is getting really aggressive with their tablets. Just 2 weeks after Apple released their ultra-thin iPad 2, Samsung pulled out 2 new tablets that not only beat the iPad 2 in thinness, but are also priced to match. Samsung's new Galaxy Tab 8.9-inch and 10.1-inch slates are both only 8.6 millimeters thick, while the iPad 2 measures 8.8 millimeters thick. They'll be running Android 3.0 Honeycomb on a dual-core processor with a 3-megapixel rear camera and a 2-megapixel front camera. They are confirmed to ship on June 8th with a starting price of $499 for the 16GB model. A Wi-Fi only version may follow in early summer, starting at $469. And the biggest news of the week broke last Sunday. It's so big, you've probably heard it already, but we'll tell you again anyway. AT&T has committed to buying T-Mobile for $39 billion. They are the 2 largest GSM carriers in the US, and they combine. How's there going to be any competition in the GSM market? What's going to happen to T-Mobile's competitive pricing plans? And what's the point in jailbreaking phones anymore? Verizon and Sprint are both CDMA carriers, and Verizon's cool with the whole deal, while Sprint, who was originally rumored to merge with T-Mobile, is not happy at all. The deal will take 12 months to complete, so a lot could happen during this time. We'll keep you posted on how it all unfolds. That wraps up our weekly top 10, and for SlashGear product reviews this week, we've got the HTC Incredible S and the Nintendo 3DS. Please go check out the full reviews on SlashGear.com. The links are provided below. Thanks for watching. This is Rue with SlashGear. We'll see you next time.